Tony Aguilar, and I just figured I'd share with you kind of a discovery that I came across a couple of months ago, kind of by accident, about cleaning your paintbrushes or doing a deep clean on your paintbrushes. Now, we're talking about paintbrushes that, that maybe you did a crappy job of cleaning it, you got in a hurry, you forgot that it was on there, or maybe you even cleaned it and it still has some thick paint, that type of thing. That happens to all of us. Luckily, none of these are what I would call expensive brushes, but I'd like to use them again. So, you can put these in water, and got a pot of some clean water over here. And we'll just dip this on here, get a paper towel, and see that you really can't get any more of this paint off. And that would be the same case on all of these. These have been sitting there for a couple of months or something like that. And I've got to do this, and I figured, well, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I've discovered. Maybe you already know about this, but in the past, I have been recommended to use something like this, Master's Brush Cleaner. And this comes in a paste. And I am not a huge fan of this stuff because it takes a lot of elbow grease trying to get this stuff out. So I just kind of accidentally came across this. I happen to have some hand sanitizer that was by my cleaning area because I found out that it's really good at, if I'm working with lead or something like that to decontaminate your hands. And I found out that it actually dissolves acrylic paint really well. And of course leaves your hands clean at the same time. And this is, we're talking about MIG paint, Vallejo, Army Painter, these kind of acrylic paints. This stuff is really kind of magical. So I figured I'd just go ahead and show you guys, clean some brushes in the process, and you see what I'm talking about. I've got a little receptacle here. We're going to take just one pump, and you don't have to buy Purell. Any generic one, I believe, will work as well. This just happened to be the one that I happen to have because it was on sale when I got it. Like buy one, get one free. So that's when you want to buy this stuff. This is a hard brush. We're just going to go in and scrape around on it. Now, most of these brushes have been used or destroyed like this, so to speak, because of dry brushing. It's not going to bring them back to life, but it is going to keep them from being all solidified like that. And you can just tell this thing is soft again. And I honestly don't know how much you can reuse this stuff. I don't use it with more than one brush on there, but in other words, I'll clean this stuff out in a second here. As you can see, this is damn near brand new, and you could keep going with this. So we're going to go ahead and wipe this out and show you another one. One that's more severe. Okay. And let's just do one pump. I don't think that more than that may necessarily help. Here's another one that's, well, this one isn't too bad. How about this one that has just been, we've been painting some Panzer Gray with this, and this stuff is hard right here. So we're just going to, look at this, just completely, just dissolves it. And there may be other things that work as well as this. This just happens to be something I happen to have readily in the house. And I figured, man, you guys probably already have this material, and you can bring some of these brushes back to life. Okay. We're about halfway there of where we'd like to be. And this does dissolve all kinds of paint. It's non-toxic. I mean, you don't have to wash your hands afterwards. It's basically what it is. I mean, I guess you could give yourself more, but this comes right off your fingers. Even difficult stuff like surface primer from Vallejo, which I like to prime all my things in, and this has some polyurethane in it, and it is a pain to get it off your fingers sometimes when you use it, and that will take all of this stuff off as well. Look at this. Look at this. Now, it's not going to repair the edges that are kind of frayed, but it'll take almost all of this off. Another thing, if you guys that watch my channel know I am extremely picky about my area being clean. I don't like being distracted. I have this cutting board that I never cut on. And occasionally you get these little splashes of paint that are unintentional, just from, you know, splatter or whatever. Usually it's surface primer because it's kind of watery. So just take some of this stuff here, put it down, and all this will come off good as new. And it doesn't dissolve any of these numbers or anything you have on here. It works really, really well. And it's probably a material that you already have at the house already. You know, so anyways, check it out. Maybe that's useful to you. I just figured I'd share. I found this probably 3 or 4 months ago. Another thing, I don't have one of those right now, is there's sometimes you buy these little palettes and they're made of plastic. This one happens to be some kind of ceramic, but the plastic ones, for whatever reason, are very difficult to get clean, even though you use acrylic paint. I guarantee this stuff will come out of it as well. It's really amazing, and it's just so simple. And I'm pretty sure other brands will work as well. So it cleans like needles on your airbrush really well. It's like you don't even have to scrub. It just comes off. So let's do one more for good measure. Let's do one more. Now this one isn't... this one is one that we used on some Russian tanks. So obviously it's green. Oop. And let's see what we can get out of here. I may not be able to do it. It doesn't perform miracles, but it does get a lot of stuff out that you normally wouldn't be able to. And it makes the brush bristles soft again, which is really the problem. It doesn't really matter if they're stained. It's just if they're soft again. And this may have been one that we already did that too, but we were able to get some other colors out of it. But anyways, check it out. I thought it was really useful and able to bring your brushes back to life. Probably if you do it more often than I do, you'd be able to, you know, have a brush like this be more useful. Works on everything. Agrax Earthshade as well. For those of you guys that use those type of things, it comes off as well. So hopefully you found this useful. Give me a like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.